Aloha, everybody. Welcome to the Aloha Friday show. Oh, the Menehunis was speedy today. Man, they went deliver the signal in their canoes. Hey, thank you, Menehunis. You guys good today. My goodness. Kamaka Brown over here on the Sandwich Island Social Network Aloha Friday show. And our theme song is called Summer Adventure Theme. You'll see it up there on the upper left-hand corner of your screen by my good friend Makana. What an amazing musician. I strongly recommend, if you're not familiar with his music, go to any of the platforms you use to download music and download music by Makana. He goes back, oh my goodness, he was mentored by Uncle Sonny Chillingsworth. He is an amazing slack key guitar player, but he does also a lot of contemporary stuff. So mahalo Makana for letting us use your music on the Aloha Friday show. Hey, so what's up, everybody? Good to see you guys. You see yourself, I see me, so hey, we good, right? We see each other. Welcome to the show. So much fun we have every week with such great guests that do come on to the show and spend some time with us. We talk story and, Hawaiians say mo'olelo. So we share mo'olelo and we share stories. And we encourage you to join in the conversation, whatever platform you are watching us on, whether it be on YouTube, on Twitch, Instagram, or on Facebook. No scared, drop in, say how's it? And if you have any questions or comments about our guests, we'd love to hear it. And of course, on our show, it's always with aloha. And we love having all of you come and join us. And tell your friends if they missed the show, all of our videos are archived on our YouTube channel. Sandwich Island Social Network YouTube channel. And if you want to learn more about the Sandwich Island Social Network, we are a 501c3 nonprofit organization, lower right-hand corner of your screen, sandislands.org. You can learn about us, the stuff we do, and how we reach out to our ohana, our global ohana, no matter where there may be. We share the aloha. So pleased to have a real special guest. I'm so excited to be able to talk story with our guest here. She is an American actress, a singer. She performs jazz standards. She has in musicals. She has been on Broadway. She has an amazing journey to share with us. Born in Stockton, California. Moved to the islands when she was, I think, 6 years old or so, and brought up in the islands. And she has had an amazing journey. Please welcome to our show, Loretta Ables Sayre. Hello
Aloha,
there.
everyone. Aloha kakahiaka from Mililani.
Mililani. No more Okina, yeah. Not me. Not it's just Mililani,
No,
yeah.
Mililani.
Yeah.
No more Mililani.
Yeah. Yeah. You know,
Mililani.
I was talking to Led Kaapana, right? So I had him on the show, and I said, oh, Kaapana. He go, no more Okina. Our family was poor. We couldn't afford one Okina, so it's just it's just Kaapana. I went, okay, don't put an Okina. We cannot afford an Okina.
Gotta be special.
Gotta be special. Hey, joining us right now, jumping right over here, our good friend Marty Burns. What's up, Marty?
Aloha, Marty.
Marty is a retired high school football coach over here in Southern California, and he says, "Aloha, rainy." For I know it's raining outside. Just you think it's where the showers came from. Oh, and look at this. We have our dear friend Muriel. Hi, Muriel. Welcome. Thank you for joining us,
Hi,
Muriel.
Mariel.
Muriel and Marty, such wonderful supporters of the Sandwich Islands network. And you see John. Oh, there. Oh, what happened to John? There he is. Hey, aloha, John. Welcome. Nice to have you join us over here on the show today. And we're gonna have some fun here. You know, Loretta, if I
What?
can fly into Honolulu, right? In fact, I'm coming home next week. I'm gonna get off at the airplane. I'm gonna be hungry. I'm gonna be hangry. Okay. I like one place for go. Where would you tell me for go eat? I'm gonna arrive around noonish or so.
Oh,
We're gonna eat
you gotta go rainbow driving.
rainbows. Okay.
You
All
gotta
right.
go rainbow driving, get mixed
Oh.
plate, extra gravy on the rice, extra gravy on the chicken.
Yeah.
and sit outside
Yeah.
and feel the sun and the breezes. Or you can take your plate lunch and go to the lookout, Diamond Head lookout,
Yes.
and just
Yes.
kind of take in being in Hawaii.
Yeah. Yeah.
Soak it
Yeah.
all in.
Okay. I wonder.
Got to.
I wonder if. I wonder if the same Japanese lady still lives of works there, because that's the one that gets so many choices up there. I know I had the chicken, and I had the hamburger. I had the loco moco. I kind of decided like something different, and so she comes. She goes, "You're not ready for order yet. Go step aside, okay? I'll go with the one behind you, okay?"
Next.
Yeah, uncle, step on aside. I felt so much at home because they don't scared tell you. Step on aside. Yeah, wait till you
She
decide
don't
over
have the
there.
time. You're
I don't
blocking
want,
the sales, bro. Move.
I don't want time for you. What's the matter with you? You should know what you want already. Sha. I felt so at home. I felt so at home.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Auntie going to tell you the
I
truth.
know they called it abuse, but I felt, oh man, I am home. I'm home. That's that's the way.
She's like the cafeteria aunties in school.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah,
if
yeah.
they could swat you with the rice paddle, they would.
So Loretta, you came. You're born in California. You came to the islands, made the home when you were at 6 years old.
6.
6 years old,
Yes.
and
Hmm.
you went all the way. Where you in grad?
Radford.
Radford.
You know why?
Oh,
We came to Hawaii when I was young because my stepfather was in the Navy,
ah,
and we got transferred to Hawaii, which my mother had always wanted to come here. And as soon as the plane landed and we stepped out of the plane, we weren't in Hawaii, we were home. I mean,
ah,
we just kind of felt immediately like we belonged here.
yeah.
So, and that has never changed at
Mm,
all. Anyway,
mhm.
but being military, I went to Pearl Harbor Elementary, Aliamanu Intermediate, and Radford High. And it was an amazing thing. My stepfather being in the military, you're used to military families moving every 2 or 3 years. And every time it came for him to finish working on one place and get transferred to another, he would put in for a ship. If he was on land, he'd put on for a ship so he could be on a ship for 2 years and his family would stay here. And when it was time for him to get off the ship, he'd put in for a land position and he'd get that. And we stayed here. There's a 12
Ah,
age year difference between my oldest sister and my younger brother. We all went to school, Pearl Harbor, Aliamanu, and all five of us graduated Bradford.
wow,
As a
wow.
military family, it was unheard of.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Um, so going through high school, you love music, uh, and I was reading somewhere your mom would play Sarah Vaughan and some of the great ladies of jazz from the
Right,
50s and 60s, and that kind of just
right.
resonated with you, that
Yes,
music. Yeah.
yes. We didn't have, there were five of us, five kids in our family, and we didn't have a lot of money because my father was not, my stepfather was not an officer, he was enlisted. And so, what we always did have music, what was a constant was, I mean, is have in the house was music. So my mom would save up her money and she would buy an album, whether it was Sarah Vaughan or Dinah Washington or Ella
Oh,
Fitzgerald. We always had that kind of music going on. So that was in my body from a really young age. And then as we were all growing up, R&B and Motown was big, and that really planted a seed in us too. So there is that dichotomy of music in me where jazz standards are were planted in my DNA practically
hmm.
from birth, and then that other music that I grew up with, and I have a love and a passion for both of those.
Hmm. Show tunes as well with their music from
You know, interestingly enough, we didn't grow up with a lot of Broadway music. However, we did have the soundtrack to South Pacific. And so I would
ah
listen to that. But we also My mom also listened to a lot of opera music. We used to listen to Mario Lanza.
Hmm.
If you remember him from the
Yes,
50s and the
yes. Oh my
60s, he's a
goodness.
wonderful opera star. And then he was a movie star and he did all these movies about opera that
Hmm.
we would watch. My stepfather was into country and Western. So I actually grew up with a really broad spectrum of music to influence
Oh,
me.
you had one
But my
mixed.
love,
You had a mixed plate.
my
You had a yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And then we moved here and she was the Hawaiian music, early Hawaiian music was really into us too in our house. Then she became infatuated with Sonny Chillingsworth
Hmm.
and his band and gosh, I'm trying to think. There were just all these different kinds of music.
Yeah,
And that's something we could always depend on and listen. That was our entertainment and our pleasure.
yeah,
That and the three stations that we could get on TV.
yeah. That shut down at what 10 o'clock, and the test
Yes.
pattern
Got
came
to look
on.
for right. And the Indian,
The Indian.
the Indian came on.
Did they play the Star Spangled Banner or
National anthem.
National
Yes.
America? Tis yeah, yeah, yeah. And, this
Yeah.
concludes our regular day of broadcasting. Yeah, that was. Yeah.
Burn.
And they wouldn't
It
come
was
on to
time to go to bed.
like 10 o'clock in the morning. It wouldn't come on to like 10 o'clock in the morning or something. Oh my
Right.
goodness. Yeah.
Right.
Oh
Channel
my
2, Channel 4, Channel 9. And if you were lucky, Channel 11.
Oh, that was a new one. Yeah, Channel 11. Yeah, if
Yeah.
you could get them. If you could get them. Here's Brother Greg
Yeah.
Lum. What's up, Brother Greg? Welcome, man. Welcome to
Hi,
have you on
Greg.
board. Brother Greg and I, we went Roosevelt together on the slopes of Papakolea. Yeah, Brother Greg. And there is there is our managing producer over here, Kay Bennett, in the east wing of the Holly. Checking in. She said, "Haole po Alima, it's Happy Friday. Welcome, Kay."
Aloha, Kay.
She's got my six over here, and oh my goodness, Robert Agnew, Bobby Agnew up in Lancaster, California. He goes, "It's freaking cold, bro." Yeah, bro, you gotta wear socks with your slippers now, bro. You gotta wear socks with your slippers.
Got to wear the long sleeve t shirt with your
Yeah,
shorts.
yeah. Now time for wear a long sleeve T-shirt. Bobby Agnew is a wonderful musician, 12-string guitar player
Oh, wow.
as well. Yes, um, and brother Greg says, "Love your Bali high." Ooh,
Wow.
ooh.
Mahalo, Greg. That's so
You,
sweet.
you know what? I'm gonna save that because I want to talk about Bali High, and we're gonna get back to
Mm.
that, Greg. We're gonna have a wonderful conversation about Bali High, one of my favorite songs from South Pacific. Now, after high school, you worked at um, a hotel. Where were you working as a hostess for a show? What was going on here?
Uh, well, I was really active in chorus and in theater in high school.
Hmm.
And my drama teacher, Patrick Dixon at Radford High School, was also a musician. He played piano and he used to sing and play. He'd finish teaching us at Radford, then he'd go work in bars. So he would go to Benihana's in
Oh,
the Hilton Hawaiian Village,
yeah.
and he played piano during happy hour there. And he would have me come in. I mean, literally, I was in high school hanging out in bars because of the music. And so I would go and see him and listen and sing along. Anyway, he got hired to be Keola and Kapono Beamer's musical director. This is when Honolulu City Lights came out and was
Hmm.
such a magnificent hit, and they got hired to do a show in the ocean showroom of the Cinerama Reef Hotel. And
Ah.
they needed somebody to do sales and to seat people. And Patrick got me the job. He said, I know somebody that can do all of that. And so I interviewed with Tom Moffat and Kimo McVeigh,
Oh my goodness.
and they hired me. So first they hired me to sit at the desk and take reservations for the show.
Yeah.
And then they ended up hiring me to do sales. And I would start at like 8 o'clock in the morning and take these flyers and go to all the tour sales counters across Waikiki. Oh my
Ah,
gosh, look at
yeah.
that.
I want to share that. I want
And
to share this.
there,
Yeah, yeah. This
that's
is
it.
that's the
That's it.
flyer.
That's the flyer. So I would go out to every single tour booth and hand out these flyers and tell them the special prices that we had for sales. And I can't remember what it was. It might have been $25 for the dinner and show. And if they sold it, they would get like $5 of that.
Okay. All
Can
right.
you imagine a dinner and a show for $25? It was incredible.
Oh.
So I would go and do these sales. Then I'd go to the showroom and start taking reservations at, 10 o'clock in the morning until 5 o'clock in the evening when people started coming in for dinner.
Right.
And I'd seat them for dinner, and then the Beamers would have their show. And Andy Bumatai was their opening act. And so this went on. I was working the craziest hours. I was working from like 8 o'clock in the morning until midnight or 2 o'clock in the morning. And
Wow.
I was probably 19 or 20 years old, when you can still work those kind of hours and wear high heels all day long. Anyway, so on the weekends, the Beamers had two shows at 9 and 11, and Andy had a show, his own show at 1 o'clock in the morning on Fridays and Saturdays.
Wow.
And so one night, Keola and Kapono decided to stay after their show to watch the show. And I was still there in the house. And Andy says to the audience, we have a girl out in front that seats everybody and sells all the tickets. And we keep hearing that she can sing. So let's have her get up and sing.
Ah.
And my teacher, like I said, was my drama teacher. And so I got up and sang, and Keola and Kapono were there. And the very next morning, Keola called me at home and said, I know you're doing sales, but Kapono and I talked, and we'd like you to be our featured female vocalist in our next show. So I
Wow.
went from doing sales for them to being in their show. That was the picture of our first show. Kanoi Miller was their hula dancer.
Kanoi. Yeah. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
and
Oh my
and
goodness.
I started out. So this was back in I think this was maybe in 1979,
Wow.
1980. And then
Good.
Andy went on and became the star of the Royal Hawaiian Hotel
Uh-huh.
Monarch Room, and he took Kanoi and I to be his opening act. And so this is a picture, I think, of our opening night in our dressing room. So Kanoi still has her curlers on, and I have, I don't know, it looks like a growth out of the top of my head. And that was
Oh.
because the designer of my dress had put this great big flower on one shoulder. So he
Ah.
thought it would be wonderful for me to have my hair going in the opposite direction.
Oh my, what
Yeah, but we
sweet,
were all
sweet story.
babies. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So,
that's where I
so
got my
awesome.
start in showbiz.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Let's see. Oh, here's Linda Dela Cruz. She goes, I'm a fan. I love the show and Loretta and David.
Oh,
Um,
thank you, Linda.
Thank you for joining us, Linda. Really, really sweet. And let me see. Here is Lorraine. Now, Lorraine, you're going to attempt me to pronounce your Hawaiian name, aren't you?
Okay, wait, I got to
Um,
put glasses on to
yeah,
see this.
Kawahini, Kawahini,
Kawahine, Uhane,
Uha,
Loko, Mai Kai. There's no
Maikai.
Okina, so
There's no Okinas. Yeah,
yeah, there's no Okinas in the whole thing. Finai.
Finai
Oh, the last
Brown
name I get,
yeah, Brown.
Brown.
Yeah.
Got to be related to you.
Aloha, Lorraine. Thanks for joining us. She says legendary. Yes, Loretta is legendary.
Oh,
And the things that she has done, her journey has been so fascinating. And we're so blessed to have her on the show today. And thanks, Lorraine,
sweet.
for joining us. Absolutely. And let me see. Here is uh, Kumu, Brenda, Mohala, Pua, Ignacio. She says, so
I know
fun.
Brenda. Hoi, Brenda. How are
Ah,
you?
so nice, so nice. Thanks for joining us, Kumu. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. All right, I don't want to miss anyone. Oh, John. John is Kalani Zaki saying, "I love it." I know,
Hoi,
right, John?
John. KHPR.
Nice, 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 nice. And there is Auntie Hetty. Auntie Hetty and Duha. She goes, Aloha, everyone. On today
Oh,
for this interview.
Kaden.
Auntie Hetty is one of our kupuna. She and Uncle Larry are kupuna in our community. They've been blessed with, we've been blessed with having them in our community. Auntie Hetty um, uh, is a teacher, hula, and
Oh,
she works with senior ladies. They're in their 60s, 70s, and 80s, and she is such.
oh.
She and Uncle Larry are beautiful. And Tehedi, we got to talk about the walking stick. What happened? We'll talk about that with Uncle Larry. Lost his walking stick. We're going to talk
Oh,
about that, Mumbai. I know. I
where does
know.
she teach? Does she teach in Hawaii or does
In
she teach
in
in California?
Cerritos here in California. Yeah,
Oh,
here in
wow. Okay.
California. She does so much in the community and well respected and loved by all of us here in the
Oh,
community. So now tell okay, so now this a quantum leap over here from to New York to Broadway. This Mililani girl over here, you're working Waikiki now, and so something's going on here that's perking and is leading you um, Mocha
yeah.
east. Um, what what was the path? What was the trail? How did that happen?
Well, I always loved to act, but Hawaii doesn't have any paying theater. So I love to act, but you have to make a living, right? You got to pay your rent, you got to pay your bills.
Yeah.
So the only paying theater that I was involved with here is Honolulu Theater for Youth, which I did back in the mid 80s. I think that was probably 85, 86. That's when I first met Ray Bumatai. We did a
Ah,
show. There were about five, six of us in it. Don Nahaku, Ray Bumatai,
I know
Tremaine
Don.
Tamayose, and we did a show called Song for the Navigator, and that
Ah,
was paying theater. But most of the time, you have to do community theater in Hawaii. So I didn't do a lot of it because I worked singing and getting amazingly making a living, getting paid for singing at night. And anytime you do any theater, you have to do shows at night. So it would only be if I had the opportunity between jobs or something that I would do theater. But besides that, I also did commercials on television. I started another way of making a living here was doing radio and television voiceover work. And so I started doing those, and I did a whole series of Harry and Myra, Bank of Hawaii
ah.
commercials. So I had always had, my toes in the water with acting,
Gotcha.
but my living was made by music. So I was lucky enough to perform for a couple of years at the Ala Moana Hotel. And then I went to the Halekulani and I was there for 10 years in Lures Lounge. And then I was at the Kahala Mandarin Hotel for almost 8 years.
Hmm.
But in between those two, there was a break where I did the show at Diamond Theater, the picture that you just showed
Hmm.
of You Somebody with Ray Bumatai. I
Aw,
love and miss
very
every
beautiful.
day. I
Aw,
love him.
yeah,
In my lifetime, I have been lucky enough to work with both Ray Bumatai and Andy Bumatai, and I couldn't love them more.
yeah.
Just both amazingly talented and amazingly creative and funny and spontaneous. And I'll share a little tidbit with you. The two Bumatai brothers are responsible for me peeing my pants on stage. Seriously. This is the claim to fame that I have with the Bumatai brothers. And that goes back to when I was in the Monarch Room with Andy Bumatai. He would finish his show by doing the Hawaiian divorce song, which he rewrote all the lyrics to the Hawaiian wedding song. And he and I did it
Oh.
as a duet, but it was a divorce song. And he would come out in a bathrobe, and I had a bathrobe and a wig and a cigarette hanging out of my mouth, dragging the trash bag behind me. And it was all about losing the romance. And I was out on the middle of the stage with him in the Monarch Room, and he made me laugh so hard during this one portion of the song. My bladder just went Monarch Room whoosh, on the floor. And I had to figure out how the heck do I get off the stage with a puddle of pee and explain that. Oh my God. So I dragged the trash bag through it and blamed it on something in the trash bag. But that was the first story. So then, cut to 20 years, 20 something years later, I'm doing the show You Somebody at Diamond Head Theater with Ray. And in this one scene, my character, she's trying to get her whole family into show business. And I put them in this show, and I'm running late. And I look at my family right before we're supposed to go on stage. And I realize they're missing their little hats. And the line in the show is, "Wear your hats. You folks supposed to have your little green hats. What happened?" And but we had to go out, and all of a sudden we burst to the stage to do the this number. Well, this one particular night, again, unbeknownst to me, Ray Bumatai had gone to a party store or something, and he got a bunch of little hats, and he spray painted them all green, and he gave them to he and the kids that played our kids in the show. And I do these lines, and we burst through the stage to do this number. And I turn around and look at them, and they're all sitting there, standing there with these little hats. And they're all looking at me like, "Is this okay? This is what it's supposed to have." And I was shocked, and I laughed so hard that we had to stop the show because I couldn't talk. I was laughing, and Ray knew it. And there went my bladder too, right on stage. So anyway, that's me, old lady bladder, working with boomaties. This does not
Oh.
mix well at all.
um, and for our folks that are out there, if you go to YouTube and type in it's the procrastinators, the Bumatai brothers have a video out called the procrastinators. So if you go into search into YouTube and put Ray Bumatai or Andy Bumatai, the procrastinators, you see this video that they made on a motorcycles, and it's really really funny. The procrastinators are supposed to be these two guys on those two guys with a motorcycle gang, but it's funny. Um,
Oh, anyway, so to finish your question,
yeah.
so always did acting, and I always did singing, and I had been working at the Kahala Mandarin, and they were Diamond Head Theater decided to do the show "Use Somebody Again," which I had done with Ray in 2002, and sadly, that's when he um, developed or discovered that he had the brain tumor.
Mhm.
And so 5 years later, they decided to do the show again, and I cleared my schedule to be able to do it, and then got an email from a friend of mine that lived in New York saying, they are, I'm sorry, no, it wasn't 2005, 2007. He said, Lincoln Center is going to be doing South Pacific on Broadway. It's the first time that it has been done since it premiered on Broadway in 1949. And
Wow.
they're trying to cast Bloody Mary. They've been trying to cast her for 6 months, and they've looked everywhere. They started in New York, they went all the way to California, they were looking in the Philippines, and he had lunch with the musical director who was telling him all this. And he said to the musical director, "Have you guys ever looked in Hawaii? I mean, this is the South Pacific. Why not go to the South Pacific to look for somebody? Because I know somebody that could do it." So the musical director took this to the next production meeting, and it just so happened that the casting director for the show had an agent that was coming to Hawaii the following week. So they called Diamond Head Theater and asked to use the green room to hold this audition, and they asked for Diamond Head to let them know of any local women from the South Pacific that could fit this role or play this role to audition. But they said, we really want to see a girl whose name we heard of Loretta Ables Sayre, and we'd like her to be there. And so John Rampage, the director of Diamond Head Theater, said, well, yes, I know Loretta. She's actually in rehearsals for a show at our theater right now. So I'll talk to her tonight. And so this guy was coming, and they send me, I think through email, they sent me sides, what they call sides, which are the pages of the script for you to learn. And for Bali High, the music for Bali High, which I had not personally sung in 25 years, probably at that point.
Wow.
But I was in auditions, I mean, rehearsals for this show and trying to learn all of that script and trying to learn all of those songs again. And I was in overwhelm. So when it came down to the day to audition for the show, I walked into my husband's office and I said, I'm not going to go. And he said, why? And I said, don't have time between working. I was still working day and night, plus in rehearsals for You Somebody, plus getting this packet. And I said, I'm going to make, excuse me, an ass of myself if I go into this with a Broadway casting agent and I don't know all of these things and I don't know the song well enough, remember it well enough to sing it. I haven't had any time to rehearse it. And he said, but you have to go. I mean, this is a big chance. And he said, if you work on that, I'll drive you to the audition, because I don't want you to wonder 6 months from now whether or not you could have done it.
Mm-hmm.
And so he literally did. And I live in Mililani. We had like a half an hour to get to town. So he flew down the freeway, and I'm trying to sing Bali High at the top of my lungs. And I've got all this paper flying around. And we get in there, and in this room are Marlene Sy and all these other wonderful local actresses. And I thought, what the hell am I doing here? I should be home in my pajamas. So I went in, like everybody else, and I thought, I'm just going to get through this. And I went through the audition, and they were videotaping it. And Don Haku was reading for the characters, and I read through everything and sang. And at the very end, I thought, this is my only chance to do this. I'm going to belt the end of Bali High, which I did. And then the casting agent came up to me and he said, I want you to do the song one more time, but instead of belting the end, I want you to do in a head voice. And I said, did I do something wrong? He said, no, I just want them to see that you can do it. So I did it. And I thought, that's that. I'm over it. And as I walked out of the room, I almost threw this whole packet in the trash can, because I thought it's a cold day in hell, right? That this is going to happen. And went on to my rehearsal that I was headed to. But right before I left, he said to me, it's going to take probably about 6 weeks for everybody that needs to see this audition tape to see it, because there's a lot of people involved in this. So you should hear something in about 6 weeks. And I said, okay. And because I had never done a Broadway audition, I had no idea what to expect. And 2 days later, I get a phone call from him. And he auditioned like on Saturday, flew back to New York on Sunday, and this is Monday. He's calling me, and he said, I just want to let you know that we showed the audition tape to the director of the show, and he has chosen you to come back to New York, or come to New York for a callback audition. And I was absolutely shocked. It was like I just had to sit there and think, did he just say what I said? And then I got excited and I said, oh, who else is going? And there was silence. And he said, no one. He chose you.
Wow.
And that was like the day my life changed.
Yeah.
And I went to New York. I think it was about a month later. I couldn't tell anyone at all. And I went there to this audition, and the first part of the audition was for the three of them, the musical director, the casting agent, and the director of the show. And I wasn't going to be going home for a couple of days. And the director said, okay, listen, the other people that needed to be here for this audition can't be here today. They're coming back in 2 days. So why don't you come in tomorrow, and we'll just play around with this thing and see what we can do with it. And I was scared to death, but I have a New York director offering me to come in and play. And so we played, and he took this in every possible direction. The character, he made her angry, he made her funny, he made her bitter, he just used everything. And then he said, okay, we'll have your audition tomorrow, so do everything that we did today, the things that worked really well. And I went into that audition, and there were a couple more people in there, and they said, okay, we need you to come back again this afternoon
Hmm.
for more people to see it, and just do what you did. We really liked it. And they were really playing it low, and I just had no idea what was happening. So when I went back that afternoon to do the audition, I walk in the room and there's like 18 people. There's all these conference tables and people standing up. And the director says to me, okay, everything that we did before, let's just do it again and have fun. Are you ready? Let's go. I mean, there's like no time to even take a deep breath. And at that point, I was so scared. I just didn't, my heart felt like it was going to leap out of my chest. And then I thought, um, uh, I'm just going to have fun with this. What's the worst that they can tell me is no, we don't. And we don't want you, but thank you so much. The best thing they could tell me in my head was, will you be an understudy for this show? Because imagine coming from Mililani to being an understudy on Broadway. And that's what my brain was ready for. And so I did this, the whole audition, all the script that they had given me, the song, everything. They asked me to step outside. And I sat out there for a couple of minutes, and the casting agent director came back out, and he said, they'd like to see you. This is the truncated version, actually. But I went back in the room, and they said, okay, we all talked, and we all agreed that we would like you to be our Bloody Mary. But I didn't hear understudy. And I waited like, what did they just ask me to do? And I didn't say anything. And he said, did you hear me? We want you to be Bloody Mary. And the tears flew out of my eyes. And
Oh.
my response was, I just want to cook for you all. And then he introduced, I wanted to like make dinner for everybody. And he said to me, I want you to meet a few people that are instrumental in this decision. This is Alice Hammerstein, who was the daughter of Oscar Hammerstein, who wrote the music to this.
Yes.
And this is Mary Rodgers, the daughter of Richard Rodgers, who wrote all the lyrics to this. And this is Ted Chapin, who's the president of the Rodgers and Hammerstein organization. They all had to say so in everybody's audition. So to get their blessings was unbelievable. And my life has never been the same since that day.
Wow, what a story. Oh my goodness. Thank you for sharing that. Wow.
Sure, it's a
Oh,
lot. I'm sorry about
oh
that. It's a lot,
no,
but
no, it's beautiful. What an amazing story. What an amazing story. We're going to take a break, and we're going to come back
okay.
and talk stories some more with our wonderful guest, Loretta Ables Sayre. And we have folks that are joining us too. Let me see before we go on break. Oh, there's Brother Manny Lagarde originally from the Ali'is, bass player for the
Yeah.
Ali'is. Manny lives
Aloha
here.
many.
What's up, Manny? I saw Manny several weeks ago, and in fact, he still plays. And thanks for joining us, Manny. He's such a talented guy. My
He
goodness,
is
uh,
very and
and
handsome.
and handsome. Yes, I have to. John says, "Wonderful story. Your
Oh,
performance, Loretta, took that show to a whole new level."
mm,
So beautiful,
thank you,
so
my darling.
beautiful. And there is Kate Bennett that goes, Chee hoo! Yes. Yes, indeed. Chee hoo. All right. We'll be back after these messages with our guest, Loretta Ables Sayre, right here on the Sandwich Island Social Network Aloha Friday show. my goodness. Hello. Oh, Blue Note
Swinging it.
Hawaii, swinging it, baby. Let me tell you, got the swing here. Best is yet to come. My goodness. And
Yes.
while all that was happening, here's Kumu, and she says, "Our Hawaii group who traveled to see you were blown away by your performance and how all others in the show adored you." Oh,
Oh,
beautiful, beautiful.
that's so sweet.
That was 2008, right?
2008, 9, 10.
8, 9, 10, and it debuted in 2008, and you were
Right.
nominated for a Tony Award for Best Featured Actress in a Musical, and
Yeah.
you won the 2008 Theater World Award at the time. Um,
Right.
wow,
Crazy.
crazy.
Crazy. The Theater World Award is
uh,
given to someone making an auspicious debut on Broadway,
hmm,
is how they put it. So
uh,
um, it- that was really an honor to get that. But that award has gone to also to people like Meryl Streep and Linda. Gosh, I can't even think of her name right now. Anyway, just all these incredible, incredible performers. So
hmm.
that was an honor to receive that.
Well, um, wonderful company and a beautiful, beautiful recognition for the work that you've put into it, and that you you worked your butt off. I mean, that stuff wasn't just handed in. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't just
It's
handed to you.
hard
It
work.
yeah,
It is
yeah.
hard work. Because you're doing, well, our theater is seated 1,100 people, and you're doing 8 shows a week. 2 days of that week, you do 2 shows a day, and you get only one day off. And theater, especially Broadway theater audiences, are very um, demanding, particular audiences. And you learn, the first thing that you learn for somebody like me is you have to earn being up on stage with your co-actors, because I was working with Broadway legends on stage. And when you're in the wings and you're watching them and how they are telling the truth and being honest and opening their hearts and spilling their guts to everybody, it's not acting, they are being. Every night they are being. And if you want to perform with them, then you better give as much as they're giving. And I would stand there and just weep at this. When somebody honestly performs, and I think that feeling that we get when we're watching somebody that really moves us, it moves us because we know they're telling the truth,
Mhm.
and it resonates in us, because for that moment, that ephemeral moment that you're watching an actor that really rings in you, they make you feel seen. They make you feel like you're not the only one that has hurt this bad or ached this bad or felt this kind of joy. Somebody understands you. For that moment, they understand you. And as an actor, to stand on stage and watch these people night after night after night after night give that top level performance, um, you realize you gotta work, learn everything you can. You're learning as it goes on stage to try in the biggest of your dreams to to try to be worthy of sharing the stage with them. And it's exhausting. It's absolutely exhausting because you're putting yourself emotionally, you're putting yourself through things in one night, in a 3-hour period of time, what most people don't go through in a week or a month. You're shoving all of this adrenaline through your body to get to these emotions so that you're telling the truth and not faking it, because audiences can tell when you're faking it.
Sure.
And they're paying good money. You're paying $200 a ticket. They want something. So
Yeah.
it's like your honor to be able to get up there and perform, but you better bring it. and work to deserve to be up there, because there's lots of people that would give their eye teeth to be doing what you're doing. So
Yeah.
so it's a learning thing, and you learn from the absolute best, and it's humbling, but it's the most euphoric feeling that you can have too when you're doing it and it feels right.
Well, strong connections here because here's from the New York Times. Um, they, it's like a family reunion, but with more tears and joy. This is so beautiful with your cast here, and
um,
it says with more tears, and Tony's were also involved in that as well. Yeah, and here here is the triumphant scene. Oh my goodness! Look at that! That energy just comes. That picture is so amazing because uh, those emotions and that passion is just there. Look at everybody just at
Glamour.
100%. Yeah.
Glamour and beauty. Yes, with my blacked out teeth and bloody mouth. I know. I felt guilty for every manapua I ever ate. Every night when those guys would hoist me up, I would think, damn, I shouldn't have had that last malasada. I should have had lettuce. Why didn't I have lettuce?
Now, some iconic songs came from, music came from South Pacific. I mean, Some Enchanted Evening. Uh, I'm going to wash that man right out of my hair. Happy Talk, right?
Right.
And Bali High, Bali
Right.
High. And this was your song as Bloody Mary, sung with such passion and just um, how did it, you at some point you captured that feeling every single evening, every time you sang that song. um, when you think back on the song, the lyrics, the meaning, the passion behind it, still after all these years, tell me how you're feeling about Bali High, what the lyrics.
Well, I think a lot of people just were swept up when they first hear the song. They're swept up at that exotic Polynesian feeling that they get from the melody of the song, and the character historically, Bloody Mary has always been played kind of over the top in a very kooky way. But in order for us to do this production, we had to much deeper, uh, dive into the history of the characters and what they were going through. And the actuality was Bloody Mary was trying to make a living as a single woman um, in the 1940s. She had a daughter, and the war is going on. She's got no other way to make a living. She's in indentured servitude to the uh, plantation owners that are running everything. And so she's trying in the only way that she can to make money, and that is staying up all night long making grass skirts, doing all the things that everybody does um, to try to make a living. Maybe you're not proud of it, but you got to do what you got to do to make money. And she has a finite period of time to be able to do this because the soldiers are on these islands for a small amount of time. So she's got to sell every fake shrunken head and make them believe it's a real shrunken head and all of that, because it's money that she can make to take care of her daughter. She has no other source of this. Her daughter being her trophy, her most treasured possession in the world. But ultimately, what she's doing, trying to make this living, is trying to make a better living for her daughter and trying to do something so that her daughter can uh, have a better life than she has. She doesn't want her daughter making grass skirts in the middle of the night till her fingers bleed. And she sees this lieutenant, her dream, as small as it may seem, is still her dream, that her daughter will marry someone and have a better life than her and be swept off her feet. She's willing to let her daughter be married to somebody she doesn't love, but she would, the perfect picture is for her to have her daughter be in love with somebody who's going to be in love with her and take care of her and live happily ever after. It's her daughter's dream, but it's Bloody Mary's dream too that's happening. And so within the context of the song, Bloody Mary is trying to sing to Lieutenant Cable, telling him, if you just open your mind and your heart, this could all be yours. This dream could be yours. But grander than that, the song itself is about the vision for everyone to have a dream. Everyone, no matter how old you are, no matter what frailties you have with your body, no matter what things have gone wrong or people have done you wrong in your life, or you think you don't have that many years left, whatever your bitterness is, to put it aside and to open your heart, because the one thing that we can have is hope. Hope that things will be better in our lives, in the world. And you have to have a vision of that. And you have to speak that vision to have it come to fruition. You have to give it power. And so when she sings Bali High to him and sings it really to everybody, including herself, it's about the hope. Bali High is the hope of whatever that dream is that you want to achieve in your life, that makes you the happiest, that is the reason why you're alive, is the reason you have worked your fingers to the bone your whole life, is to achieve what? And what can that vision of grandeur be that can actually be yours if you believe in it? And if you believe in it, you have the power to make it come to fruition. And that's what the real story of Bali High is. It's you might be mired in what your life is here, but you can make your life what you want it to be. If you just reach for it, if you ask for it and go towards that light, that wonderful thing, it's there, and it's there until the day that we leave this earth. That is there, and you can achieve it. Anybody can achieve it.
You know what? Stop it. It's chicken skin time. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
So if you
And
listen to the song again, listen to it with that. Is
yeah.
it's right there. Your dreams are at the tips of your fingers.
Mm.
It's at the tip of your tongue. It's at the edge of your brain. It's the within the vision that you can see. It's there. And sometimes it's even greater. That dream is greater than what even you think it is. We limit ourselves in so many ways. And the honesty and the reality is the creator's vision, however it is that you feel about religion or whatever, that energy that is grander than us, that wakes us up every morning and puts us to sleep, and the sun rises and the moon rises and the star comes out, whatever, however you see that power, has a vision for your life that's so much greater than what you can see. But you have to open your heart to it, and you have to say, anything is possible. We're stuck in positions because we believe that we're stuck in these things. And we're not, if you believe.
I love it. I love it. What a wonderful way to share that, Loretta. So apropos for all of us right now in this time that we're living in. Yeah, with a positive, optimistic message. That's really beautiful. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so
I love
much.
it. Let me see, we had some folks join in. Oh, here is Donna. Um, and she says, beautiful voice as always, Loretta. You are beautiful inside and out.
Oh,
Oh,
I
so
love
sweet.
Donna and her entire ohana. I love
Oh,
them, the
she
whole
says,
family.
your voice is as beautiful as always. The whole Ohana loves you. That
Oh,
is
and I
that is
love
so
them.
sweet, so sweet. And John Kalani says, the truth is what you illuminated. That truth is what you illuminated in your performance and made all the difference for me in the show.
Mm.
Beautiful.
Thank
Thank
you,
you, John.
darling.
Thank you, John. Oh my goodness. What we're at the top of the hour. Oh my goodness. I don't know where the time went. We
It's like
just
lunchtime.
played lunchtime. Loretta, mahalo nui for joining us on the Aloha Friday show. So wonderful
Oh, my
to
kai.
talk with you. Good fun, good fun. And to all of you that joined us today on the Aloha Friday show, thanks for joining us. Please share if any of your friends would like to see a recording of this show. All of our video podcasts are archived on our YouTube channel, the Sandwich Island Social Network YouTube channel. So you can go in and watch it at any time. Plus a number of other wonderful guests that we've had over, my goodness, over the last 5 years. We've been doing this for 5 years. Uh,
Five
I
years.
know time goes by so quickly when you're having fun, fun, fun. But thank you again, and mahalo everyone for joining us. Here's Nate. Here is Nate Jones. Nate Jones is the production guru over here behind all of this. Nate is in Seoul, South Korea, watching us. And he says, Aloha Loretta, catching the tail end of the show. It's Saturday morning. That's right, one day ahead from
Oh,
Seoul,
that's
Korea.
right.
Yeah. So he's saying mahalo again for coming on to the show. Thanks,
Oh,
Nate. Thanks, Nate. Have some mandu kuksu and some kimchi for us and some kaupi, some real
oh,
in the motherland over there, in the motherland.
the real kind
The
stuff.
real kind stuff. Thank you, everyone. Mahalo. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And we'll see you next time on the Sandwich Island Social Network. And for now, we say ahui ho. Take care. Mahalo,
Ahui ho.
Loretta.
Mahalo so much. Thank you.
Hello, my little baby.